Cool. Um, I think this should be working. Um, I'm here doing the IEM Rio Pickems, uh, like 45 minutes before the major starts, but um, we're just gonna quickly go through this team and hopefully get like a little bit more insight down. Um, just saying, these teams will make it through and these teams won't. So I made this into a tier list. And so we have 3 O's, 3 1s, all the way to O3s. Um, okay, so the first team is Cloud9. Now, so I had Cloud9 in my 3-0 bracket simply because they're a very solid team. And why is this view only? Something I fail to understand. But let's see. Okay, I'll accept your cookies today. But okay, hopefully, all right, we can edit this now, and I'll be able to track it. Okay, so let's run that again. Cloud first team's Cloud9. And Cloud9, they have been one of the most solid teams recently, and I don't have a problem seeing them going through this challenger stage just undefeated. So for now, I'm gonna put them in my 3-0. Um, so we're gonna keep talking about like other teams and like moving them around. But for now, Cloud9 I think is one of the most solid teams that's in this bracket. Um, so we'll see how that goes. EG, they've been looking better and better recently. You know, people have been kind of coming back and automatics hitting shots. Um, Breezy's coming back. Cirque is looking decent. Hex has been showing up in a few games. Um, but I definitely don't see them making it through with all the other teams that are in here. Um, I don't know where I would put them in. I can definitely see them winning a game or so. And I think their first game is against, who is it against? Let me pull that up actually. Um, HLTV matches. Um, okay, there we go. Um, so their first game is against IHC. I definitely see them beating IHC, and so I think they can take a couple of games here and there. So for right now, I think I'm gonna put them in my 2-3. I think they will definitely have a couple wins, but I don't think they can do. They can make it through. Vitality is an interesting one. In my in my predictions for today, I have them losing to Imperial because you know, first game of the major, the Brazilian crowd's gonna go crazy. Which is also by the way something that I'm like super excited about. Just we haven't had a challenger stage with a crowd, and I think just the atmosphere just being there is gonna be ridiculous. Um, so yeah, I think Vitality is going to lose to Imperial in the first game today. It's the last game of the day. Everyone's going to be really, really hyped. The whole crowd's going to be there. It's going to be so much fun. Um, but with that, I definitely have them going through. So I think I'm going to put them in my 3-1 for now. Maybe we move them around as we keep going, but um, let's see. Let's see how that goes. OG. I think looking at the field, OG should make it through. Um, but there's definitely they definitely have the potential to drop the ball here. Um, well, I'll come back to OG. Because they're an interesting one. They're one of these teams where like it can go either way for them. But I do think they have the pieces to be able to make this work. Like Dexter is one of the best operators in the world, arguably right now. And yeah, I don't know. I can't place OG. Nexa, I do really believe in Nexa's leadership on that team. Um, I've always liked Flames as a player, My issue is with putting them through like 31 or 32 right now is Neofrag and Fiku, and like they can be really streaky. So depends on whether or not they show up today. So or I mean during the challenger stage, not just today. 9Z, I do not have them making it through. Simply because like I know they're gonna have the crowd buff, but who's their first game against? Gamer Legion. Okay, they should definitely win that, but I don't think they win games. They're gonna win games after. Like they definitely have the potential to go on like this crazy run, and like we know, never to count 90 out. Like last time, I think they made it through challengers, and it was just the craziest thing. But for right now, I think I'm gonna put them in my 1-3. Next up is BNE. Um, I I want to believe in the miracle run. I want to say that BNE can make it, and but I like their last time, but I just have a hard time. I just have a hard time doing it. So I think I'm gonna put them in my 1-3 also for now. Um, and we'll come back to them. Um, Big's an interesting one. So I don't think Big's gonna make it, especially because they are playing with Sin, the stand-in, and they're not gonna have Faven. Um, and I mean I think Faven's unhealthy and is ill, and I hope he gets better really soon. But that being said, I definitely don't see them making it with Sin. Sin, but like all credit to the guy. He has been playing quite well and he has been pulling his weight, but just in terms of like team dynamics, and you just can't build that as soon as someone like steps into the team. So I do have a hard time just seeing Sin just make big great. Um I do think they're gonna win a couple games. So for now I'm gonna put him in my 2-3. Okay. Um Mouse. Another very interesting team. I want to say Mouse make it through because when I was thinking about it, like they have the pieces, but it really depends on um, their players showing up. It's just it's that simple. If Torji has one of his like streaky bad games, I don't have a problem seeing them being upset here. So they're also going up against outsiders in game one, which is going to be a tough game. Um, I do have them beating outsiders for today. Um, which, by the way, if you want to see my Pickems, my predictions for today, go on to Twitter/WideSwing Pod. That's kind of the podcast I run, WideSwing podcast, and so all my predictions are up there. Um, but I do have them beating outsiders, but it's gonna have to people are gonna have to show up. So I don't know. I have them going through for right now, so I'm gonna put them in my 3-2 bracket. So we'll see how that progresses from there. 0-0 Nation, big crowd buff. With Taco and Coldzera and on that team, full Brazilian team. Um, but I think I have a hard time seeing them go through for now. Um, I don't think they're gonna go 0-3, but I also don't think they're gonna go. Hmm, I don't know. I don't know where to put them right now. I think for now I'll put them in my 2-3 bracket. We'll see. We'll see where if we move them around. I see them winning a couple games, but unfortunately, I think the field is just too strong for them to qualify, for them to make it through challengers. Outsiders, it's they should make it. Outsiders, as much as I um, want to say that they should make it, there's always a chance that they don't. But again, like they're one of the greatest teams out there, and I think they're just gonna grind it through. So for now, I'm gonna put them in my 3-1 bracket, I think. Um, I think I'm gonna have to put them in my 3-1 for now, and we'll see if we move them around. Gamer Legion, they had a miracle run at the RMR. They took out G2, and so there's definitely a lot of momentum going into the challenger stage. But um, yeah, unfortunately, I think the team is too young and their pieces are too new. Um, unless Acor goes beast mode like he did in the RMR, I don't see them making through. So I'm gonna put them in my 1-3 for now. We're gonna have to see if there's other teams that put above them. Um, Fnatic is in the same conversation as OG, right? Fnatic they have good players like Crims. Messi is, I think, one of the most underrated players generally. Crims has always been a very stable player. Roy, if Roy can pop off like we know he has the potential to do, like Nika does, the same conversation. So if they both happen to show up, then I definitely think they'll make it through. But where it depends on um whether or not people show up. So we'll leave them. They're in the same conversation as like the OG and Mouse camp. So we'll leave them through. IHC, I know they impressed last time around, last major cycle, and they kind of came in. They showed that they had the flair, and they showed that they had potential to just perhaps have a few big upsets. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put them in my 0-3 for right now. I just don't see them making a dent this time. I think every team coming into the major is solid, and they've had the time. Who was their first game against? It's Evil Geniuses, right? Yeah, I think that EG will definitely beat them today. Like I have EG beating them, and like going from there, they might have like a miracle win over someone, but I don't know. I don't think I don't think they make it. I don't think they make it 1-3 or 2-3. Imperial, I have them going through. I think the crowd buff is going to be too strong. And so right now they're squarely in my 3-2 bracket. Um, I have them going through 3-2 simply because I think they're gonna win the first game against Vitality, but then like after that, like absolute crowd buff is gonna die down like a little bit. But then again, I guess the question becomes like if they beat Vitality simply based on crowd, because like I mean if we know like comparing team skill one to one, Vitality should beat Imperial. I'm more banking on the crowd to pull them through. That kind of leads to the discussion, if they can beat Vitality with the crowd buff behind them. Is there any team that would beat them? Like what teams here have the experience that Vitality don't? So I mean they can definitely lose to like a Cloud9, um, for sure. But other than that, I don't know. Like I think maybe I'm overestimating this, but like I think the hype in the Brazilian crowd is just gonna be too much. So for now, I'm gonna put them in my 3-2, and we'll keep trucking along. Greyhound. So I don't. I think Greyhound's gonna win a game. I mean, I know a lot of people. I was watching HLTV Confirmed, and I think they said that everyone put Greyhound as number 24 in their power rankings. But oh, did not mean for that to happen. Um, but I think there's potential for them to win games. Leaz is coming back. Vexite. I haven't watched a lot of Australian CS recently, but I know Vexite has been just praised as one of the upcoming talents. Um, I want to put them in my 1-3. Like I don't think they're gonna go 0-3. Um, and Furia, I think Furia is the other 3-0 team here. Like with how good they are and how good they can be, and the crowd behind them, I just simply do not see Furia losing. um, in the challenger stage. I don't think that's gonna happen. Now we come back to OG and Fnatic. So I think they will both make it. It just kind of leads to the question of maybe I move Imperial up to 3-1 because I don't think anyone except Cloud9 can beat them. And then I put Fnatic and OG both in 3-2. I think that makes sense. Um, so but we're left with one team to move down for 03. Who's BNE playing? BNE playing Zero Zero Nation. BNE can. Ooh, I think Zero Zero Nation beats BNE today. Um, yeah, I think that's what I predicted on my Twitter as well. I don't know. That's tough. And Gamer Legion is playing 9Z. Um, and I put 9Z to win that. So it's either gonna be GL or it's gonna be BNE in my opinion. And given that BNE has been in this situation before and GL had somewhat of a miraculous run, um, I will have to put GL down there, which breaks my heart because they really impressed on they really impressed in the EURMR. But unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to give it to them. Okay, and that's the final tier list. So according to that, I have Cloud9, Furia, Vitality, Outsiders, Imperial, Mouse, Fnatic, OG going through, and the teams that are missing out are EG, Big, Zero Zero Nation, 9Z, BNE, Greyhound, IHC, and Gamer Legion. Now, if I had to do my pick'ems in game, I would put um, Cloud9 as my 3-0 pick. Put the rest of those in my teams that advance picks because yeah, I think it's a smarter pick to pick Cloud9 as a 3-0 than Furia because Furia is almost like 100% certain to advance in my mind. Um, and if I had to pick in my 03 pick, I would have to go IHC. I know so many people are gonna go Greyhound, but I really want to see Greyhound win one game. I really want to see it. See, like they might win today. Like OG has shown that they can drop the ball sometimes. So they might win today. But who knows? But yeah, let me know. You know what your picks are if I missed something. But and I'm really hyped for this major. It is currently 6:31 a.m. where I am, and the major begins in 30 minutes. And I fully intend on waking up at 5 a.m. every day to watch. Get my stuff done in the morning, watch the major through the cycle. Really hyped for it. And with that, I think I will see you all tomorrow. And don't forget to follow Twitter slash WideSwing Pod. And so I will be uploading content much more regularly. And yeah, see you all soon. Peace.